I'm Neil, part of the Royal Berkshire Fire and Rescue Service, one of the Community Safety Advisors.
I'm Helen, I'm also a Community Safety Advisor for Royal Berkshire Fire and Rescue. E-scooters and e-bikes are becoming increasingly more popular, and this is corresponding with fire safety, with storage and charging. For charging, always follow the manufacturer's instructions, always unplug once it's been charged, and never overcharge. Charge while awake and alert, and use approved chargers, and look for wear and tear on that charger. Don't cover the charger or the battery, and don't place them near combustible materials. Don't overload the socket, and use an appropriate extension lead. With regards to storage, always avoid public areas, communal areas and exits. Avoid areas of excess heat and cold, and always follow the manufacturer's advice regarding storage and charging.
Lithium-ion batteries. In e-scooters, e-bikes, the problem with those is if they're involved in a fire or actually catch fire, they will burn very, very strong, very, very hot. They give off a massive amount of smoke to start with. This smoke is very toxic. Not only have you got the fire, but you've now got the smoke that's coming up, so when you're trying to escape, you are breathing in that smoke. When they start burning, it is very, very hard to stop them burning. It's called thermal runaway. The heat is generated so much that it literally keeps going and going until it runs out of its fuel that's inside of the battery. That's the biggest problem, is from firefighting point of view, is if we get a lithium battery, is trying to put the battery out as fast as possible. They are extremely hard to put out. Use water on it, it makes it even worse. You won't actually see when it's going to happen. It's very unpredictable when the fire's there. You don't get much warning. It's literally from the time that that smoke is just coming out of the battery to the time that it's fully engulfed in flames is 15 seconds. That then generates so much heat, it burned through a wall that was a 95-minute burn resistance in 5 minutes flat. When you're charging the batteries, make sure you charge it with an approved charger. Look inside the middle, look at the pins, and it'll say CE, which is the European standard that is required. If it's just saying C, it's one of the imports. What will happen is it puts too much power through to the battery, which will result in the battery overheating and eventually catching fire. Be careful, especially with like e-scooters, where you go off a curb, you bash the battery, it'll damage it. Inside there's a white sticker on top of the battery. That shows you that that is perfectly fine and in good working order. If it's pink, it means water has got into there, the damp has got into it, which will break down the battery and cause the fire when you're charging it. Buying on like Marketplace or other places, with those, be very, very careful, because a lot of the ones we've seen have been repaired. You see tape around it, silicone around it, but the inside has been damaged. So as soon as you put it on charge, there's a high chance of it catching fire.
E-bikes and e-scooters are not legal on the road. However, if you do purchase one, please follow all the advice given and keep yourself safe. The consequences of a fire from an e-bike or an e-scooter are really very damaging.
Also, make sure you've got smoke alarms fitted in the property. Please take care, use what we've said here, make sure that the charges you're using are up to date, make sure all the stuff you're getting is from a reputable dealer. Please be careful of buying second-hand that you don't know what the history of the bike is.